Grand Arising Soul Fam. Today I am coming on and sharing a message from the Tao Oracle by Ma Deva Padma, and today exploring Gene Key 43, which is the shadow of deafness, the gift of insight, and the divine expression of epiphany. And according to the Tao, there's the card there, and the key word is resoluteness. Couple words: determination, no compromises, unwavering focus, inner resolve, integrity, a test of character, and self-examination. So here we go. However many rivers you've already crossed, a time will arrive when your tenacity and inner resolve are again put to the test. Such moments can be terribly disheartening and exhausting, and they threaten to destroy your sense of progress. You may feel as if you are in a confrontation with a brick wall, as the hurdles that seem insignificant before appear insurmountable now. The tension is exacerbated by weakened resolve and the fear of making foolish decisions that could undermine what has been accomplished. When you find yourself in a crisis where everything seems at the point of breakdown, avoid reacting aggressively, getting defensive, or trying to combat the problems head on. Like being caught in quicksand, the more you struggle, the more you'll be sucked in. Surviving difficult challenges depends upon your ability to stay centered, focused, and as calm as possible. Reacting emotionally to a crisis will only compound the difficulties. Be firm yet flexible, and work steadily to resolve the situation. It may take a good deal more time and energy than you expected, but adopting a non-dogmatic approach and keeping things in perspective is the solution now. Trying to restore harmony and at the same time avoid extremes of attitude or behavior can feel like taming wild animals that are running in every direction at once. Nevertheless, what's really at issue is more subtle than you think. Can you remain uncompromisingly focused on your goal? Take time to examine what has been motivating you and weed out any half-truths or grandiose and egoistic ideas that you may have been harboring. Looking for the quickest way out of a bad situation isn't necessarily going to help and may actually divert you from the step-by-step work of taking responsibility for your actions. Any half-heartedness on your part will weaken your credibility and eventually create mistrust in others. Feigning aloofness, making a show of strength, or any other face-saving ploys aren't going to help either. You'll just look foolish and then we'll have to deal with the real challenges. Be as creative as possible and stay very alert while plotting a course through this minefield of difficulties. Only by deepening trust in yourself and the power of intuitive guidance can you find a resolution. Even if you disagree with what others have to say, do not react or argue, but stay open and hear them out. When a breakthrough seems imminent, remember to remain alert. The real moment of resolution will become apparent in due course. It cannot be forced. Resoluteness requires cool detachment, patience, and unwavering purpose. Being flexible enough to move with the changes without compromising your vision is the key to success. The image of Bodhidharma, the sage who carried the teachings of Buddha from India across the Himalayas to China, portrays the uncompromising integrity and absolute focus that is possible when we are deeply rooted in our truth. Thanks to Bodhidharma's tenacity and strength of character, he finally reaches his goal, and Buddhism took hold and spread throughout the East. This is resoluteness, the unwavering quality that makes it possible to endure all kinds of mental and physical hardships, external pressures, or emotional intrigues whenever they arise on your path. So here are the changes. If you have 43 in your hologenetic profile, you may be interested what's after the dot, and you may find resonance in one of these 6 lines. So bottom line, line 1, stop and reconsider what's really required of you before attempting to take on anything more. You either overstimulated your capacity or underestimated what would be needed, and now you must cut back your involvement considerably. Pushing ahead will only create further problems. Line 2. You may feel like you're constantly rushing around, putting out fires, and thus cannot afford to rest, even for a moment, that you must stay absolutely alert. If you can let up a bit, but become aware of self-defeating patterns in your character and are willing to deal with external difficulties, you'll find that not only can you handle whatever arises, but you may become quite skillful at coping with adversity. And line 3, between a rock and a hard place, you are faced with difficult decisions. Although others have distorted ideas regarding your position, you must stay true to what you know to be right, even if it feels as though you are utterly alone in the choices you make. Oh, the resonance. Line 4. Stubbornly pushing forward will only give you a headache and you'll lose support. The present stalemate can be resolved only by letting go of your ironclad attachment to a particular approach and opening up to the suggestion of others. Line 5. You are continually confronted by difficulties that threaten to drain away your energy and resolve. Nevertheless, going straight to the roots of each problem and uncompromisingly dealing with it in the best way possible is all you can do. Only in this way will you remain above reproach. And top line, line 6. Just when it appears you've achieved a victory and you can relax, you must be the most alert. The fact is that out of unawareness, negative influences buried within yourself or in others can undermine and thus defeat all that's been created up to now. And that would be a very unfortunate loss, which is why he's got this big old resolute face on. So sending you so much love and light that you can come to a place of quiet, of stillness, of inaction and rest today. And from that place, you can have that aha moment, that insight, that epiphany drop right in through your third eye. You know, they say that when we have achieved stillness, we are lake over lake. In that stillness, the way appears. Sending you so much love. Namaste.